This is your dress. Now get ready. Eric must be waiting for us. I already told you I am not going. Your best friend and roommate was forcing you to come with her to a fighting club. Ava, stop being such an old soul and get ready. I don't like violence and you know it. We will make money, Jean. I have bet your and mine money. We will be rich. What? You freaked out. I was about to tell you. How could you? Look, baby, we never lost any fight. Business tycoons bet at him. We will earn good, trust me. Left with no other option, you came to the club with Ava. Crowd was at its peak, and blasting music was causing you a headache. Have some drink, then we will go to fighting section. I don't drink, and also, Eric. Hello, beautiful ladies. After chatting for a few minutes, Eric guided you both to where the fighting was about to start. People were howling in excitement. Two men were standing at the staged ring. You looked at them with boring expression. Both had strong build. One was wearing a hoodie at which alphabet V was glittering as his back was facing you. He removed his hoodie and a muscular tattooed body was at the display. Everyone in the hall gasped, especially girls with lust in their eyes. He is unreal. You have a boyfriend, dear, but we should appreciate a masterpiece. You huffed at her, and fight started. We was hitting the other person without giving him any chance. Kill him, kill him. Everyone was eager to get that man dead. We hit him with another punch, making him land flat at his back. He turned a little, and for the first time you saw his face. Taehyung, a shaking gasp left your mouth. Promise me that you will never leave me. And what if I leave you one day? I will burn the whole day and then kidnap you. Giggling and chats of two kids was throbbing at your mind. He was now punching that man sitting at his chest until he fainted. Everyone howled again at the cruelty of a beast. Taehyung stood up at his full height and looked around with his dark orbs. His gaze stopped at the shocked doe-like eyes. You found him mumbling something under his breath. He recognized you. We warned baby girl, I told you. You were unable to respond as it was suffocated for you to stay there and you ran back to the bar area. You shifted to a corner where there were less people. Soon you felt a strong clone behind you. You rooted at your place. Taehyung moved more closer. His hard chest touched your back and your body stiffened. Jan, your heart pounded against your rib cage. He turned you around with your elbow. His intense gaze bore into your soul. Breath, Jan. You didn't realize you were holding your breath that you released at his command. His hand reached to your face and caressed your cheek softly. You closed your eyes, feeling his warmth. You left me all alone, he complained, and a tear slipped through your closed eye, which he wiped with his fingertips. You shot opened your eyes when his hand snaked around your waist. Come, where? My home with me. When we will grow up, you will live with me at my place. Many memories flashed through your mind and you removed his hand. I cannot come with a stranger. Your own heart sank saying that, but he was not Taehyung, he was we, a merciless fighter, mafia, and what not. You saw something shattered in his eyes that he covered soon and tightened his jaws. So now I am a stranger to you. You promised that you will never leave me, but you, he hissed. His words stung tears in your eyes. It's all in the past. You should move on. He harshly grabbed your arm when you tried to walk past him. You betrayed me, and you don't even seem to realize it. His voice was cold and face was blank. I don't understand. Why are you still stuck there? His grip tightened around your arm. He never forget you. And seeing you after 7 years, his painful past hit him again. Although you left him, but he was afraid to lose you again. Don't you love me, Jan? Or should I ask, did you ever love me? The shell of ruthless mafia was cracking. His eyes were filling with stinging water. We were just friends, and now we are nothing. Removing his hand, you made your way out of the club. He was standing there with head low like a defeated man who lost something very precious. So I was the only one who loved and still loving. He harshly whipped the tear that dared to come out. And why you ran out of there so early last night? She was angry at you, and you were just staring at your coffee. We had fun, but you? He is him. Who is we? He is Taehyung, who was once mine. Your grip tightened around the cup. Our gasp. What? So did you meet? I mean reunion, you know. I've left him, even I promised I will never. So how could I think about reunion? You never told me why you left him. There was always a conflict between our families. My stepfather gave me the option to leave Taehyung, who was the son of his enemy, or he will kill my mother. Many tears slipped as those memories flashed across your mind. I was 15 and he was 17 at that time. We both knew that we were more than friends for each other, but I chose to leave him without telling him anything. My soul is still there where we met last time and shared an innocent kiss. Could you believe it? I am so sorry. Calm down, Jan. That wasn't your fault. You had no other choice. I could have at least told him, but I didn't. You were sobbing hysterically till then. She hugged your shaking body and rubbed your back. Hey, listen. Now you find him after 7 years. Why don't you tell him? I am sure he still loves you. Tell him what? When I wanted to, I left, and now since my mother is no more and my father cannot black me, so I want him back. Even the thought of it makes me feel like throw up. He will understand you. I don't find courage to be selfish again. He deserves better. So what will you do now? Continue living my pathetic life. She held your hands, pressing them softly. Suddenly, a storm came over to that cafe. Loud gunshots, carriages screaming, and shattering of glass windows. Everyone started running for their lives. Coffee spilled at your hand in all this process. Before you could worry for it, you saw him. Taehyung. He entered with his men having rifles in their hands that they pointed at people to let their head low and mouth shut. Everything happened in a lightning speed, and you found him standing near you. Taehyung, it's we. Only my beloved ones call me Taehyung, and you are not one of them. You found yourself burning under his gaze. He grabbed your hand and dragged you with him. The hard surface of his gloved hand squeezed your already burnt hand. You hissed in pace, but he didn't pay a heed. Stepping inside his room, he harshly pushed you, and you fell on the soft mattress. What are you doing? Why you brought me here? The pain in your hand frustrated you more. He held your neck in a firm grip and leaned over you. Keep your voice low. I cut those heads which bark at me. You trembled in fear and clawed his wrist as his tight hold was blocking air for you. He pulled back when you were near to pass out. You gasped for air to relax your lungs. I told you it's over. Why can't you just? You stopped when he started laughing like a maniac. His laugh was the mocking one. You stood on your feet and he turned to you. His dark eyes bored in your frightened ones. You think I kidnap you because I am madly in love with you, right? He again laughed, and you felt terribly insulted. Don't think so high of yourself. You are here so that I can make a good deal with your father. You tried to hold back your tears. He seemed so changed. He wasn't looking like the last night who was in love and broken by love. I will make sure that you will regret coming back to this country. You just stiffened with an unknown fear as his steps moved closer to you. My father doesn't acknowledge me enough for any deal. You tried to convince. Will not he care if I keep her daughter here and treat her like a slave submissive to me? His words pierced your heart painfully. He was standing just an inch away from you. He will still reject any deal. What will you do then? He leaned dangerously closer. Your lifeless orc stared back at him. Then you will be useless. And you know very well that what we do with useless ones. Your heart sank when his lips touched your earlobe. You cannot do this. You pleaded. Pray that your father save you. Otherwise, how will you handle my monstrous side?